Chaos, confusion and bloodshed on the streets of Cairo. Egyptian security forces launched a major operation this morning to disperse supporters of ousted President Mohamed Morsi. For the latest, I'm joined by Erica Aisha Charves, freelance journalist and independent gender researcher. Erica, afternoon to you. What can you tell us about what's happening at this hour?
Right now in Cairo, many of our major streets are blocked by military and police. People can't get across town very easy. A majority of people have been sent home from work, and taxis, in fact, have left the street. The metro train is closed down, so it's very hard to get around Cairo. It's basically come to a standstill because of all of the clashes across town.
How many people have either died or been injured in what was happening earlier today in this particular crackdown?
Well, the numbers have varied so greatly that I would not venture a guess. We will see so many more throughout the night if these clashes continue. The latest number that I've heard was over 120 people were killed and hundreds were injured, but the Muslim Brotherhood is putting out one number which is much higher, and state television is putting out a number that's slightly lower. There have been photographers killed, average Egyptians, men, women, people of all ages.
Now, amongst the people that you've spoken to, Erica, how is this military crackdown being viewed?
Well, Egyptians are very fond of their military, and most people support them. However, no one wants to see Egyptians dying in such great numbers as they did in the original revolution in 2011 that deposed former President Hosni Mubarak. So people are frustrated to see so many people die, but the country is very polarized. Many people on one side, of course, support the pro-Morsi sit-ins, while a larger number of people support having them removed from the streets.
What do we know about the whereabouts of President Morsi?
Morsi's location has not been known to us at any time during the last month since he was removed, and that's one of the huge complaints that the Muslim Brotherhood is putting forth to the people. They want to know where he is. The only people who've known where he is were the EU and U.S. diplomats who came to speak to the government of Egypt, and they were said to have spoken with Morsi at that time, but we do not know. He's said to be brought to trial, possibly over accusations shortly.
Egyptians optimistic or hopeful as to when there'll be a semblance of normality in their country again?
Right now, it's anyone's guess, and truly people are beginning to be more pessimistic about it. Egyptians are people who love jokes and laughing and take a very lighthearted approach to things. And so they're even joking that 2 years after the revolution, now they have no president, no constitution, no parliament. They've actually gone a step back. But underneath all of these lighthearted jokes, people are worried. The economy has tanked, jobs are harder to find, and the jobs that they can find don't pay as much. So it's definitely challenging for everyday Egyptians, and they're not seeing it get better.
So the economy has taken a bit of a knock, but it was said after President Morsi stood down that aid would start coming through. Has that come through at all?
No, at this time it's been quite challenging. In fact, the Egyptian Stock Exchange was suspended quite early today after the protests were dispersed this morning.
Thanks there to freelance journalist and independent gender researcher Erica Aisha Charves joining us from Cairo.
News that moves. eNCA.com.